Hi guys, today is day 3rd of my experiment when I'm trying to post a relatively long video on YouTube every day just to practice my English, getting used to talk to camera basically. So today I want to share several tips which helped me to go successfully through my MFT program with my social anxiety. When I applied for my marriage and family therapist program, that was the first time when I was getting education in the USA, and I thought the way the program is going to be structured, it's kind of like a lot of lectures and sometimes some classes where we would discuss something as a group. But I remember the first class, I realized that it's going to be a lot of discussions. And a big part of my grade depends on my participation in these discussions. And usually, the first class of the course, it's kind of like ice breaking, let's get to know each other. When it was my turn to present myself, I remember my voice was shaking. I was red, my hands were shaking. Additionally to that nervousness, I felt so ashamed that other people probably could clearly see that I'm so uncomfortable and I looked so scared, and it's so inadequate to the situation, to the setting. Like, we're in a safe space, like what's going on? It's my inner voice. That additional criticism. I remember after first class, I went back home and I was crying. I said to my husband that I can't do that. To that point, I got tuition. I already had some loans for my program, and that would be like huge disaster, not only in terms of money, but like in general. I wanted to be a therapist, and now after the first class, I'm so scared to talk within my peers that I'm ready to give up on my dream. That was hard. My husband, he didn't push me, but he said, you know what, let's wait one semester. If you don't like it, if it's going to be as terrible as you think it's going to be, we can stop. I'm going through with the video right now, and I can see that I didn't make that clear connection between that situation and tips. So because I decided to stay into the program, I needed to find ways to make this experience not at least miserable. And in the end, it was a great experience. I love my program. I love my university, professors, peers, everything. So now about tips. Tip number 1. When I was presenting something in front of the class, I was trying to make eye contact with everyone. And honestly, it was overwhelming because some people were listening, some people were in their laptop, some people were like almost sleeping, right? It's okay. But when I saw that, I felt that what I'm saying is not interesting. What I decided to do is to focus more on a smaller space. And sometimes I can make eye contact with 1, 2, 3 people, and that way it's less distracting for me, and I don't have that strike of anxiety when I see that someone is not watching. Tip number 2. It's kind of easy, I think, but I discovered it for myself only recently, so I'm going to share that. Breathing. Because I have noticed when we know that from scientific data, right? When we're stressed out, we have a tendency to hold our breath or to breathe rapidly and not as deep as we usually do. So this is what I was doing. When I started to speak in public, I stopped breathing. Of course, my cortisol level is rising because I was sending to my body that signal that I'm in danger. I'm not even breathing. So I started to pay attention to that. And another thing which I decided to try, and that was helpful, I stopped trying to speak very fast. Because priorly I was like, I don't want to bother people for a long period of time. I'm going to try to speak as quick as I can. and it was always hard to breathe. I let myself to speak with a speed which is more natural for me. So that was helpful. And I'm not saying that now I'm completely comfortable, but it's much better. I hope you don't need this advice. I hope you feel super comfortable in public situations. But if you can relate to my experience, I hope that you could find something helpful, or at least sometimes just knowing that someone else is going through something similar, it's supportive, it's encouraging. You're not alone. Yeah, you're not alone. Have a good day.